Now, this is what this story is about. I'm going to tell you about the day me and my sister got shot. It was the worst time of our life. You know how you get a feeling of something, you get a feeling like something ain't right. So I had a feeling that something wasn't right, you know. So I told my sister, I said, I don't feel right now. It's like I could feel it. I don't feel right now. She said, what you mean? And I said, I feel like strange. So we just proceeded to drive. And so we kept driving, and I look in the rearview mirror back the side mirror. I can't remember. This has been 16 years ago. My niece just had my nephew. He's 16 years old. So I'm trying to remember. So I get real query and scared and panicky. So the car turned off down us here. The car was behind us. It turned off of the block. So my sister said, see, I told you the car's gone. I said, okay. Maybe I just thought I was tripping. So we still proceed to drive down this small street, and it's a four-way lane, and we got stopped by a red light. So Boz got stopped by a red light. The car sped around the corner, parked, beat us because we got stopped by the light, so it can get ahead of us, and went around the block and stopped on the side of the street that we was coming down. So it went around the block, went in front of us, and was going to meet us on this side here as we proceed to pass them. So we're driving, and this nice brand new truck had his hazard lights on. So I said, that's strange. Why would a brand new truck at this middle of the morning have their hazard lights on? I mean, they could have had a flat tire. Somebody could have been sick or whatever, but I knew it. I knew it. I knew it wasn't no good for us. So once we came up towards the car, past us, somebody went into their trunk and pulled out a gun and let loose on our car. Just fired our car. Bullets, ricochet. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Just gunshots just everywhere. Everywhere. It was like something in the movie. It was like something in the movies. It's like something in the movies. So it bothers me right to this day that people can be so cruel to shoot somebody at random when no one never did anything to them. You know, it's just, it's crazy how people is in the world, sick. So once we had got up to them, and they proceeded to shoot our car up. Bullets and ricochet everywhere. Bullets was flying. Me and my sister was screaming. We was hollering. It was just so sad. I got shot in my arm, so the bullet hit me like pow in my arm. I said, ow. I just got shot. And my sister said, oh, money, you okay? You okay? I said, just go. At that point, I was just thinking about surviving. It burned like pepper. I do not wish that on my worst enemy. You know, and it's just so sad. It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad for someone to do that to someone. So my sister was crying and screaming. I just said, Connie, go. Just get us somewhere safe. Go to the police station or whatever. I mean, bullets, holes everywhere. And it just, you know, it's just something in the movie. It was just awful. And then my sister proceeded to drive and trying to get away from the person so the person wouldn't kill us. She ran a red light. I had grabbed my phone to call the police. And once I grabbed my phone to call the police, once she hit the guy, it knocked my phone, the airbag knocked my phone in the back seat. So I didn't even know if 911 had, you know, tapped our phone, the thingy, so the police can see our phone, right? So I was so happy that I had that on. And at this time, once we hit the building, her seat went into the injured, where the injured at. Mine went halfway. So we immediately, you know, not thinking about the pain, thinking about survival, thinking about to live to see the next day, and just to think about just, you know, me and my sister gonna die tonight. It was just the worst feeling ever to think that we was gonna die together. It was the worst feeling ever, and I'm so scared. So we proceed to get out of the car. I grabbed her because she was so far under the seat. I grabbed her and I said, come on, I can't leave you here. I can't leave you here. And you know, the people might come back and kill you. And I, you know, it's just say, get up, get up. I tried to get her up. And, you know, she was so sore and so in pain. And I said, you had to come with me. I don't want to go for help and leave you here. So we both got out. We was hopping, hurting, bleeding into back somebody's backyard. It was 1 in the morning. Everybody was asleep. And here's dogs back there barking. We was jumping fences and hollering, help us, when nobody come to the door. And me and my sister, we was back there with a dog, and we just bent down, bow down, and started praying. And just said, Lord, please don't let us die tonight. If you can save our life tonight, I promise I'll do anything you tell me to do. So at that moment, we heard the guy and said, what he at? And we thought it was the guy who shot us, but it was the guy that my sister hit. And we was just so scared because he was coming back there where we was, and we thought that he was coming back there to kill us. So at that point, you know, we heard police sirens. And do you know, that was the most greatest feeling of my life, to hear police siren. It's like, it was a relief breath of fresh air to hear police siren, because I knew that they found us. So we immediately, I got her up, immediately shot in the front and was waving them down. How, hey, here we go, waving so they wouldn't pass us up. And of course they saw the car there, so they went looking for us. So the guy was hollering, they hit me, why did they hit me? And he said, sir, calm down. They was getting away from someone shooting them. And he said, oh my God, I didn't know. I was just so mad that I thought somebody was drinking and driving. I didn't even think somebody was running the red light to get to safety because I wasn't shooting them. And then he said, I'm sorry. I said, you didn't know, you didn't know why, somebody hit you. And they called the ambulance for him because his pacemaker had got out. His chest was hurting. My sister went into another ambulance because she got glazed 3 times. And I went into another one because I got shot in my arm. And I'm telling you that God was really with us, because whoever would have been in our backseat would have been dead. So we stopped people from driving with us at that point. And we went into the ER, and that's the day that we found that we was identical. We never knew that we was identical up to that point, because my mother said that we was in 2 separate sacs, which is would make you fraternal. But we came from 1 egg, and it split into 2 separate sacs. But they was wonder why I have 2 blood works and one blood work and 2 different names on the blood work. And one said Carlene and one said Marlene. I was in the intensive care unit because I was shot literally in my arm. And she was in a regular ER because she got glazed 3 times but wasn't bleeding. So they told the doctor, well, we twins, and that's the day they said, your blood work is identical. You guys are identical. And we always thought we was fraternal of 24 years. So that's the day we found out it was fraternal. So it must have been meant for us to find that out. that way. It's a sad way. So they called my mother and my sister to come up there. They were scared, and my mother came in there crying and screaming and hollering. We got neck brace, tubes down. I know I'm bleeding, and you know, I don't nobody ever want their parents to see this about their child. Nobody. My parent, my mother, and my sister was so scared, you know, crying and just trying to figure out what happened, you know, and we trying to explain to them. It's just a feeling that you don't ever want to experience. I don't wish this on my worst enemy. Nobody to get shot in a car like a pure deep dog. You know, and we good girls. We don't bother nobody. It just hurt me to know that someone would try to kill us, you know, and they don't know nothing about us. You know, it's just cruel people in the world. And I'm just saying, God was with us because the car was totaled. The car was bullet holes everywhere. The rearview mirror was shattered. I mean, it was total. The car was a mess, y'all. So, you know, we were so scared for years and years after that. We didn't even want to drive. We got a brand new car 2 months later. Every time we saw somebody on a curve, we thought that someone was going to shoot us. Every time 4th of July came around, we hide like the dogs. The dogs go running and hide. We went running and hide because it messes up your psyche. It messes you up when you get shot. You know, you never really the same again when you get shot because it just messes you up, you know. You just think everybody out to hurt you. And we did a lot of praying and overcame that and learned to forgive people, and also the person who shot us. We forgave that person, even though I never knew who it was, but I still forgive them to this day, you know, because God wants you to forgive. I never forget it, but I forgive you. So it was just crazy. So it was bad. So I mean, I know this is a long story, and I love you guys, and that's my story for tonight. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to me and my story time. Mwah. I love you.